Welcome to the Check and Report, ladies and gentlemen. I am your humble host, the Check and Report, and this is True and Living. Today we have to talk about Keefe D in Las Vegas court today. Let me know if the stream is working. We're in here in the live stream, but we're here to talk about Keefe D in Las Vegas court. And I want to talk a little bit today about Diddy, Sean P. Diddy Combs. And a lot of people are alleging that Sean P. Diddy Combs is wrapped up in this whole kerfluffle with Keefe D, and we're here to talk about it. I want to walk this thing down in regards to Keefe D. But if you don't know who Keefe D is, popular YouTube snitch, YouTubian snitch, Keefe D, he went on all these different platforms, the Vlad TVs, the Art of Dialogue, all these different platforms, and he pretty much ratted on himself, tattletaled on himself as a 60-year-old man. And a lot of people are speculating that he may bite the cheese, if you will. He may cooperate for a bigger fish, and the bigger fish is, they are alleging, now I'm not saying that he knows anything, but they're alleging the bigger fish is Sean P. Diddy Combs, Puff Daddy. Did Puff Daddy had anything to do with the 1996 shooting that ultimately led to the death of Tupac Shakur? We're going to get into it, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to walk this thing down. But I want the people out there, the people that are watching this in the live stream, the people that are watching this in the rebroadcast, I want you to ask yourself, if you were 60 years old, dealing with ailments, dealing with pain, maybe arthritis in your hands, maybe a little bit of gout, maybe a little bit of back pain, Bengay, maybe high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all these different things that black men deal with in elder age. Would you want to sit in jail for the rest of your natural life? Because let's be honest, if Keefe D gets a 20-year sentence, a 15-year sentence, a 25-year sentence, that is essentially life in jail for a 60-year-old man. So he's pretty much facing the rest of his natural life. After that proffer agreement, now I have to be honest, he was an idiot. He was an idiot, ladies and gentlemen, for talking about this crime as if nothing could happen. He took a proffer agreement in Los Angeles, but the crime, ladies and gentlemen, happened in Las Vegas, It happened in Las Vegas. So the Las Vegas police still have an obligation to go after him as a criminal, as a person that was an accessory to that 1996 shooting. So we're here to talk about it. We're here to talk about Diddy and his alleged involvement. I don't know. As I said before, I have yet to see a picture with Keefe D and Diddy in the same vicinity, same place, same club, same anything. I have yet to see that. So, that's a whole nother thing. But let's get into it right now. Keefe D, a man who, as I said, is 60 years old, dealing with ailments. He was in Las Vegas court today, and the judge the judge pretty much asked him, "Hey, Keefe D, about his lawyer," and he said Keefe D said the lawyer will be present in the next maybe 2 weeks. He'll be able to take his case. He'll be able to do what he needs to do. And I thought that was very interesting. I thought that was very telling that that would be happening. I see that I'm still dealing with some type of live streaming issue, but we're just gonna soldier through. Hopefully that Hopefully things will start working after a while, but we're just gonna soldier through this show today, because I already stopped the show once. I'm not gonna stop it again. But let's get into the video of Keefe D in the court. He was seen today. We have to play that video where he was seen, and the judge spoke to him, and he was in court today. It was shine time for him today, and we're still speculating. Will he take some type of agreement? Will he squill? We have to talk about that. We have to talk about Diddy as well. So let's get into that. Now, let's hit the first video I have here is Keefe D in court. So let's play that video, Keefe D in court.
The record reflects that Mr. Davis is present in custody.
Now, as you can see, Keefe D, he's strolling. He's like, he got the bopping in there. He got the gangster bop walking in there. But it's my estimation and it's my theory that I think that he's dealing with some type of gout, or he's dealing with some type of deformity on his foot that, that is not, allowing him to walk correctly. Or maybe the chains on his feet are a little bit too tight or just too close together where he can't get a full step in. But I do think he's dealing with some type of gout. It's been reported that he is dealing with some type of ailments right now. So, he is a 60-year-old man, but let's continue.
Mr. DiGiacomo and Mr. Palal are here on behalf of the state. Mr. Davis, sir, have you retained counsel to represent you in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Who have you retained?
Edie Paul.
Okay, and is that person going to be here today?
No, he needs 2 weeks, he said, to be here. He said I'm going to end it to January.
He said he needed 2 weeks to be.
So his lawyer will not be present for the next 2 weeks. His lawyer the lawyer needs 2 weeks to prepare for his case.
Here?
Oh yeah, he needed a continuance for 2 weeks.
Okay, and what's his name again?
Edie Paul.
Edie Fall?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to continue this matter for 2 weeks on a Thursday. That date is?
October 19th at 9 a.m.
Okay, we'll be back on that date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
I don't know why this thing is so messed up right now. I don't know why it looks like this. Maybe it's just a bad stream. I don't know. But yeah, so pretty much he was in court, and they're gonna proceed with this case in the next 2 weeks, and they're gonna pick this thing back up. But for now, because I didn't hear nothing about a bail or nothing about that, so he's gonna be sitting in jail for the next 2 weeks now, until his lawyer is ready to pick up his case. So that's one video that I wanted to play for you guys. We had to get into that. But it's, it's something, man. A 60-year-old man that is about to face his natural born life in prison. I don't know why my music stopped. But it's just something to marvel at. That, because, my issue about this whole thing, about this whole, Keefe D, Death Row, Tupac thing, it's, what baffles me is that dudes that are this old, Keefe D, 60 years old, Suge Knight, he's about 60 years old as well. They grew up together. These are two dudes that are old enough. They're from that era. They're from the era of, no snitching and keeping it gangster. But, you have pretty much two snitches. Suge Knight is a snitch. Keefe D is a snitch. And, everybody's alleging that Keefe D may be cooperating to go after the big fish. The big fish, they are saying that it could be Diddy, Sean P. Diddy Combs. Is Sean P. Diddy Combs the big fish that the police want to go after? Now, I want to get into another video. Let me cue that video up real quick. Shout out to anybody who's watching this, or if you're in the live stream, or if you're watching this at the rebroadcast, I appreciate you. Welcome to the Check-In Report. But I want to play this second video. In this second video, it talks about a lot of intricate things in dealing with Sean P. Diddy Combs' alleged involvement. Not his involvement, but his alleged involvement. Because I want to say that there still is no proof that these two know each other, that they met each other. It's all hearsay. It's all based off of a few people saying, yeah, he knew this person and he hung out with that person. But there's no, substantiated claims. So these are all alleged, sayings. But I thought this video was very interesting. It's something that I want to share that we could all talk about. So let's play this video that I got queued up.
We asked Keefe D the $1 million question. On all four of those occasions, there's San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine, and Vegas. Which ones do you actually talk to Puffy at?
Every one.
Every one of them. Which of those four is it when you talk to him about murdering Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one. It was
So pretty much you had Keefe D admitting, ladies and gentlemen, these are the same guy when he was on BET. Keep in mind, we ain't forget. It's the same guy when he was on BET talking about, I'm gonna keep the code of the street. Shout out to Reese World. What up, Reese World? Salute to you for checking in. But this is the same guy talking about, hey man, I'm gonna keep it G. But now he's in this police interrogation room, squealing like a pig. Hey Reese, let me know if this if the stream is working because I got like some type of circle in the middle of the stream. Let me know if it's working right.
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
After a concert in Anaheim, Keefe D claims that he attended a party with Puffy in a hotel suite.
So here you have Keefe D laying it out. They met in a hotel room in Anaheim. So will the police be using this? Because this is, now we have an alleged meeting where they're meeting talking about the alleged hit that was going down, or the alleged, because, we are all speculating, because even though, that 1996 shooting that had went down, a lot of people were out there because of the fight, but it is kind of peculiar that Keefe D, Orlando Anderson, the same person that got into a kerfluffle or a fight at the mall, they're all at the MGM Grand, a casino. It's very sketchy. So was it an alleged hit all along? Well, let's get into it.
So it's Harrell, you, Puffy, Zip, and a bunch of Southsiders. And what Puffy makes kind of an announcement?
Yeah, that was stupid as hell too,
What did you actually hear? What was the words? If the best you can remember what he says.
Shit, he said he'd give us anything for them dudes there, Yeah.
He'll give you anything for these guys' head?
Yeah, he said it in front of all those people. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying?
In Anaheim?
So pretty much you have Keefe D talking about, he pretty much, he'll give us some money. He'll pretty much, let me actually play that back one more time. Hold on.
Puffy, Zip, and in Anaheim.
He said Puffy and Zip. Now, keep in mind, Zip is the same guy that allegedly gave Keefe D the firearms.
He claims that he attended a party with Puffy in a hotel suite. So it's Harrell, you, Puffy, Zip, and a bunch of Southsiders. And what Puffy makes kind of an announcement?
Yeah, that was stupid as hell too,
What did you actually hear? What was the words? If the best you can remember what he says.
Shit, he said he'd give us anything for them dudes there,
Now, listen, he said he would give them. Now, first of all, that sounds mad sus. You'll give them anything for them dudes' heads. Like, that sounds a little sus. But he's pretty much laying out the payment. Like, yo, man, anything for Suge Knight and Tupac's head. So now you got Keefe D pretty much now snitching in a police interrogation room, saying that Puffy is the reason why this happened. Puffy is the reason. Puffy, he's putting it on Puffy. He's not saying Orlando Anderson. He's not saying, he's saying Puffy Puffy is the reason. Puffy ordered the hit. This is what he's saying in this clip right here. This is the I believe this is from the proffer agreement as well. So let's continue.
Yeah.
We'll give you anything for these guys' head.
Yeah, he said it in front of all those people. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying?
In Anaheim?
Yeah. Whole room full of Crips.
So this is after Jake got killed. So he was on point. He was worried about something happening.
Yeah.
She got mouthed off about a bunch of different stuff. So he was scared. It was
He was scared to death, yeah.
Okay.
He's saying that P. Diddy was scared to death. He was scared of Big Sugar Bear. He was scared he was going to get backhanded or slapped, open hand pimp slapped by Sugar Bear. He was petrified of Suge Knight. So now he's laying out, allegedly, not saying this is true, he's laying out that he will be able, he is willing to pay whatever it is for these dudes' heads.
A few months later, at Greenblatt's Deli, Keefe D claimed that Puffy Combs furthered the solicitation.
What happened that made it something other than just him frustrated and boasting? Man, I'll give you guys anything. I mean, what made it a specific, like, hey, I'm serious, I want you guys to kill these guys? I mean,
When he told me the greenback.
how's it go? How's the conversation go? I mean, okay, listen, I'll do it, but I need $500,000 or, you know.
And y'all think that he's not gonna rat on Diddy? Come, he's spilling his guts right now. He's saying he's throwing it all on Diddy. He's saying it's Diddy's fault. It's Diddy's the reason why they were out there. Diddy's the reason why. Diddy threw the hit on them. Diddy said, "Yo, I'm willing to pay whatever to put a hit on these dudes." That's what he's saying right now in this clip.
I've got somebody who will do it, but I need we need really specific details regarding that.
Yeah, we wanted $1 million.
So the deal came up to $1 million. Let's continue.
You said you walked downstairs. Did he say come meet me downstairs?
Yeah, he said, come on downstairs and talk to you.
He tells you, seriously, man, I need to get rid of these guys. I mean, he's looking at you in the eyes and he's like scared.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, the specific reason he asked you to come downstairs and talk to him was about that thing, not about liquor or anything. It was about that. Okay.
You tell him we'll do it for $1 million, and he's like, okay.
They got up to $1 million. Now keep in mind, I played the video before where there was alleged that P. Diddy gave Zip. Zip is the same guy who got $1 million check allegedly from Diddy. So now you have Diddy giving Zip $1 million check, and you also got Zip giving Keefe D the firearms. Let's continue.
I'll do it for $1 million. He agrees. You shake on it or something like that.
Yeah.
What happened?
Gentlemen, he like, man, we'll wipe their ass out quick. You know, it's nothing.
Who brought up the amount of $1 million?
Shit.
Exactly, Reese. He's telling us all. He's spilling the beans. He's spilling his guts tonight.
He did.
Puffy did?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Oh, run that back. Hold on.
Their ass out quick. You know.
He tried to save his. He tried to save his behind real quick. Oh no, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't me.
It's nothing.
Who brought up the amount of $1
But he tells Diddy it's nothing. It's nothing to make this happen. It's nothing to allow this to happen. Now, the fact that Orlando Anderson was standing there in the MGM casino, it begs the question now, because now it looks almost like a hit. Was Orlando Anderson standing there? Was he standing there knowing that they were going to run up on him and hit him? Was he sitting there and waiting? It begs the question now. Let's continue.
$1 million.
Shit. He did.
Puffy did?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me. $1 million out there. Yeah. Take it for 50. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Nah, he said he would have did it for 50.
So he brought up them $1 million.
Yeah. Them project dudes will kill your ass for $1,500. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
This is what Keefe D says happened the weekend of Tupac's murder. The day before the Mike Tyson fight, Keefe D eats at Greenblatt's Deli. He then caravans to Las Vegas with his crew, including Zip Martin. Zip is driving his Mercedes, while Keefe goes out in a rented Buick Century.
On Saturday, the day of the fight, Keefe D's nephew Orlando Anderson, along with his friends Terrence Brown and DeAndre Smith.
Now, we're all saying that this man right here, DeAndre Dre Smith, Big Dre. Keep in mind, he's the guy that was in the back seat that night. We're all alleging that he is the one. He's the culprit all along. We all thought it was Orlando Anderson, but now it's coming out that it's Big Dre, DeAndre Smith. Let's continue.
All drive out to Las Vegas to meet up with Keefe D. Guess what they're driving? A white Cadillac.
They came up, I remember it was a white Cadillac. And the Lauren was like, that was Tupac, that was Tupac. No, he got shot, no, he got shot.
Who's driving the Cadillac?
Wayne and them didn't come to the next day.
They came on Saturday?
Yeah.
Was that a rented Cadillac?
Yeah.
Who rented that Cadillac?
T. Brown.
Yeah, T. Brown.
His mom, right?
Mother-in-law.
Right.
After the Tyson fight, Keefe D hooks up with Zip and they go to dinner.
Unbeknownst to them, Keefe's nephew Orlando Anderson has just been attacked by Tupac, Suge Knight, and their entourage.
Now, this is where the whole melee happens. This is where Tupac gets into the whole melee with Orlando Anderson, where they pretty much sucker punch him. And they get into the little kerfluffle, right? They get into a little scrap, in the MGM Grand Casino. Now, my thing is this, right? Because this is what I've been thinking. Was Orlando Anderson standing there knowing that they were going to press him? Was he almost like bait? You know what I mean? Almost like bait. Like, yo, when I see these dudes, they're going to pretty much run down on me. And that'll give us an opportunity, probably catch him later. Was he almost there like bait? Was he waiting there? Was he almost standing there? Because, they had that, Orlando Anderson, he got into the scrap at the mall like a week ago with one of the Mob Piru members over a chain or whatever. So they pretty much knew his face. They knew, because, it was, reported that on the Mob Piru side, Tupac's boys, it was reported that one of the members told everybody, hey, the dude that tried to steal my chain last week, keep in mind, this is over a chain at the end of the day. It's over a freaking chain, ladies and gentlemen. When you really think about it, because maybe we need to cut that theory out. Because now I'm starting to look at the wide scale of things because of what Keefe D is saying in regards to this whole thing. If he's saying that they had a talk about allegedly again, if Keefe D is saying though that P. Diddy and him had a talk about an alleged hit where he was willing to give millions of dollars. Maybe that whole chain theory where Orlando Anderson steals one of the chains of the guys or whatever, maybe that's a theory that we need to throw out altogether. Because if they already having talks about, $1 million hit, $1 million in 1996, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So maybe we need to throw that whole chain theory out. Was Orlando Anderson standing there with intent purpose of waiting for them to move, waiting for them to make a move on him?
The epitome of bad timing. Tupac Shakur has just attacked the nephew of the individual who claims to have been hired to kill him.
We went to eat.
I think that's he's just a narrator of the documentary, Reese. That's what the English guy is. Let's continue.
Man, they came and said, he just beat up Lane. We was in a hotel.
I think the fact that I'm starting to feel like maybe the fact that Tupac and his boys jumped Orlando was just icing on the cake. And maybe he might have just been used as bait. That's what I'm starting to feel, because I think that whole chain theory, because everybody has dispelled that chain theory. That chain theory, to me, it doesn't make sense. These are not the chains that rappers are wearing today. So, because when people hear about, Tupac, and he hit the dude because he tried to steal the guy's chain or whatever. To me, it just doesn't make sense. Those chains were cheap. They were cheap death row chains. They weren't expensive jewelry. It wasn't like a $200,000 chain that Future is wearing or that the Migos are wearing that's iced out. The Avion that's dripped out with all the jewelries bust down. Like, it didn't look like, it wasn't like that. It was a cheap, at most $500 to $700 chain, ladies and gentlemen. So that whole chain theory of Orlando Anderson getting punched in the face, I'm starting to believe that wasn't true, that it was more at hand. Was it a hit all along? Was it a planned hit, a planned orchestrated hit? Orchestrated by Sean P. Diddy Combs. Allegedly. Let me know out there. Let's continue.
Yeah, at the MGM at the restaurant. There was a few New Yorkers, though, who was with Zip. Like, man, y'all need some help? Well, we got this.
That's what they said?
You guys aren't out in Vegas then with that intention. That's not why you're in Vegas.
We've been going to the fight since Pat days, the 80s.
Shout out to Trenches Politics. He says, but gold was valuable back then. Compared to those generations, you're wrong. I disagree. Listen, back then, right? Now, let me break this down in regards to what I said about the chains, right? You have to realize something, right? We're not talking about chains that were given out to the artists. These were chains that were given out to the little homies. These weren't like, if you think that Suge Knight was giving the little homies that were running around with him, if you think that he was giving the little homies bust down chains with diamonds and 18 karat gold or 24 karat gold, you're lying to yourself. These were little baby chains. They were baby chains. They were small little, they were like the chain, like chains that you would give to your girlfriend, like when you give your girlfriend like a little small watch, or like give your girl like a little small necklace. These weren't like big dog chains. Like, he wasn't giving these were little homies. He was giving these chains out to the little homies. Like, you got to realize that these weren't expensive chains, bro. You have to realize that. But the matter is, they wasn't going to allow these dudes to steal their chain. And, it was a lot of, they're rolling with Death Row. They're rolling with Suge Knight. They didn't want their chain to be stolen, so they ultimately fought for the chain, fought for the property. But these weren't expensive chains. And to think that somebody has perished, someone has ultimately lost their life over a chain that's not even worth, the type of, money. Think about it. Tupac may have possibly passed away, died, over a $700 chain. Think about that for a second. One of rap's greatest rappers, greatest artists, promising movie career, is no longer here because a $700 chain. That's the theory. And we have to dispel that. I'm starting to think it was a hit. I'm starting to think that maybe it was more at play. There was a higher plan at play here. But let's continue.
So y'all geared up to go to Vegas, and y'all was going anyway, not even knowing who else was going to be down there. Not knowing if Pac and shit was going to be down there.
We ain't had no pistols down there.
Trenches. I'm speaking of Trenches. And shout out to Trenches. Trenches Politics. You got to realize these are little homie chains, bro. These aren't, you got to look at it like this. Let me put it a different way, right? Keep in mind, right? Let me put it to you like this. All right. It's a rap label, right? Now think about any rap label, whether it be Young Money or Rockefeller, Bad Boy, Death Row. Think about this. You're a CEO, right? You're running a company. I'm going to break this down for you real quick, right? You're running a company. You have 3-4 of the biggest artists on your label, right? Right? I'm gonna lay it all down. Then you have people that's under them. You have 3-4 of the biggest rappers on your label, and then you have, you know, maybe like 2 or 3 acts that aren't making any money. Like maybe let's say you have a Little Twist or a Little Chucky on your label, or you know, just rappers that aren't really making money on your label. And then under that you have the little homies, who pretty much are the goons, the dudes that put in the muscle. You know, when your artist is getting pressed at a show, when your artist is getting pressed at a club, that, you know, a club showing, and these dudes put in the work. They put hands on whoever is trying to press the artist. These are the little homies. These are the goons. These are the muscles, right? You are not spending big money on the little homies. You're putting money in their pocket, and you might give them a little, you know, a little homie chain, but you're not taking care of them like the big artists. You're taking care of the big artists, because the big artists are bringing in the money. Snoop Dogg, Tupac, Dr. Dre, they were raking in the money for the label. So of course you're gonna give Snoop Dogg and Tupac the diamond studded 24 karat chain with the big Cuban link. Of course you're gonna do that for them. For the artists that aren't making too much money, you're gonna downgrade. You might get them the chain might be a little bit hollow. It might not be any diamond encrusted pieces or diamond encrusted things on that chain. And when it comes to the little homies that are putting in the work, putting in the muscle, you're gonna get them the cheapest chain that they satisfied with. Look at any rap crew currently, right? And look at the top guys in that rap crew, and look at the goons. Look at them carefully. They're not rocking the iced out chain. They're rocking the little chains, the rollies that aren't bust down. They're taking care of them, but they're not rocking the big boy stuff. So we gotta be honest. These were the little homies. These were the little homies that put in the work. So, I mean, these chains that these guys were wearing back then, they weren't expensive. They weren't.
Zip, who knows about Puffy's offer to Keefe, says this is a good time to take care of that thing.
Shit, it was right there. This is a perfect opportunity, baby.
That was Zip talking?
Yeah.
Because of what happened with Lane. Zip offers Keefe D the .40 caliber Glock that he has stashed in his Mercedes out in the parking lot.
Now here you have them talking about Zip. Zip is the guy who gave them the firearms. And also remember that Zip is the one who allegedly, shout out to Reese, allegedly, we're gonna say allegedly, gave Diddy is the one who allegedly gave Zip the $1 million for the hit. So let's continue.
He told me in the lobby that he had some Jimmys.
Some what?
He had a Jimmy in that Benz. He had a little secret compartment. Thing popped out. Popped out, yeah.
In the armrest?
Yeah.
Next.
Now keep in mind, so I'm saying y'all got to keep that in mind, that he just did a bunch of snitching as well. I don't know if y'all realize that. That was a whole lot of snitching. That was a lot of snitching. But let me get into another video where Keefe D is pretty much, he's crying for Diddy's help. Let's hear that. This is a couple, I don't know when this interview took place, but this interview is clearly, after he's been arrested or whatever. But let's play this video. This came out today too, so I thought it was interesting that Keefe D was crying out for Diddy, because allegedly Diddy hasn't really done anything for him. Diddy hasn't really, Diddy hasn't even sent him a ramen soup, if you will. So I mean, I think that's kind of messed up. But let's continue.
If I'm not mistaken, you had an issue with how Puffy treated his people, right? Like you. And I remember you saying that you had an issue with how Puffy did Shine.
I just think Puff, he needs to be a stand-up man. That dude sat up there and did that time for you or nothing like that. Then you got this man living down there in police, living all fucking bad, man. You seem like you just leave your people for dead, man. Shit wrong, dude. Gene Deal complaining.
And that has been a common thread when people talk about Diddy. They talk about how he rips off the artists, he steals their publishing and their masters. And Shine, Diddy can't escape from the whole Shine thing. He pretty much sold Shine out. He ripped off all of his artists. And, he comes back 20 years later offering them the publishing deal, but with a stipulation of an NDA, not to talk disparagingly about him or the label. What is at play here with Diddy? Is Diddy allegedly trying to silence old school artists from back in the day that may have information in regards to what took place back in 1996? Let's continue.
About you, I'm complaining about you. You ain't. I heard one of my homies from 30s. I heard he get every quarter he get clothes, all this shit. Then you gave this other dude some fucking a brand new fucking Benzo or Maybach.
See, and he's letting it be he's letting it be known that Diddy is taking care of certain people. Certain people Diddy is taking care of. Diddy is, he's spending money here, spending money there. He's taking care of certain people. But the people that was, making sure he wasn't getting extorted by Suge Knight, making sure he wasn't getting extorted by the mob Pirus, making sure he wasn't getting backhanded by Suge Knight on Sunset Boulevard. He was like, yo, you're not taking care of me. Where's my Benz? Where's my $1,000 that you should have gave me from back in the day? Where's my money for the hit that and the work that we put in? He was pretty much diming out Diddy in the last video, and he's also diming him out now because he's realizing, or he's internalizing, allegedly, that he's done all these things in protection of Diddy, all these things in protection to save Diddy, to help Diddy. He's making sure Diddy's not getting open hand slapped in Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen, by Suge Knight. Because Suge Knight, we all know Suge Knight was putting the pressure on Diddy. Suge Knight he wanted all the smoke with Diddy, especially when Diddy came out to the West Coast. When Diddy came out to the West Coast, he was putting all the pressure on him. And the thing about that whole Diddy Suge Knight dynamic of Bad Boy Death Row, the fact was Diddy had to go to Los Angeles. If you're in the music industry, there's two places you have to go. You got to go to New York and you got to go to Los Angeles. So they had to deal with each other. Diddy had to go to Los Angeles to break his records. So Diddy needed an ace in the hole. He needed a guy like Keefe D to protect him from the mob Pirus, from a 6'5", 350-pound Suge Knight that was ready to open hand slap him. He needed the protection. And Keefe D is realizing that he didn't take care of him. He didn't take care of him at all.
Another nigga piece of the record company. God damn, homie. I was on top of the world till I met your motherfucking ass, dude. Shit is wrong, dude. Come on, homie. I need something. Throw it up.
Trenches Politics says, I think Keefe is doing it because he doesn't have any more to lose. He's trying to extort him now that he's lived half his life. I disagree. Trenches. And the reason I disagree in terms of that, you got to realize, Trenches, that this is a man who protected this man. He protected Diddy. And, he's let it be known that once he met Diddy, once he started partying with Diddy, hanging out with Diddy, he realized that things started to go awry. The police started to take a real good look at him. The feds started to take a real good look at him. So he's looking at it as, listen, I dealt with Diddy. I protected you. I helped you. I protected you from Suge Knight and the Mob Power Rules. And what did I get? You never paid me. You never gave me my $1 million for the work that I put in, right? And then dealing with you, I got the police up my behind. I got the police, questioning me about these Tupac shootings, about all the crimes that happened. And now he's about to face, 20 years or 25 years or, possibly the rest of his life in jail in regardless of that Tupac shooting. So, I feel like, Keefe D, he feels like, he almost got, effed over by Diddy. He got taken advantage of by Diddy. And Diddy didn't do what was right. Diddy never took care of him. He never put no money in his pocket. He never thanked him for the work that he did, for the protection. So, I think that Keefe D has a valid gripe. Now, of course, Diddy's not going to touch him now with all this, heat around him. He can't look out for him now. But Keefe D does have a valid gripe. Let's continue.
Dog up on or something. You sit up there talking about you, Daddy Love. Show us some love. Mr. Love, I'll be watching you, dude. Damn.
See, you got to realize, he watches Diddy. He watches him intently and closely. He sees him taking Young Miami to the Louis V store and buying her bags. He sees that. He sees Diddy buying his friends Benzes and cars and stuff like that. He sees that. He sees Diddy giving all his artists the publishing back. He sees it. And he realizes, this dude, I protected this dude, and he never took care of me. He never even gave me the $1 million for the work that I put in. Allegedly. So I think he has a valid gripe.
You ain't said shit or Keefe D or nothing. You walk around me like I'm some shit on the grass or something. God damn, dog. You can get in contact with me, man, nigga. There's ways around that shit, dude. Fuck. What the fuck?
He's doing way too much cursing, but he's pretty much he has a valid gripe with Diddy. He has a valid gripe.
That ain't cool, dude. You know what I'm saying? Swear, man. Gene Deal, Sean, Keefe D, just every fucking body, man. God.
See, he's naming a lot of people that Diddy did do people wrong. I mean, and we have to be honest in regards to Diddy. We have to be real and we have to tell the truth in regards to Diddy. He did a lot of people wrong. I mean, do we have to go down the list? We could literally start with Biggie. We can start with Biggie. He did Biggie wrong. Why did it take 20 years to give Biggie and his estate and his mother and his family, why did it take 20 years to give them back to publishing? And then we go into the other artists like Mace or the Lox, or we go into, who else? Mark Curry, G Dep, Black Rob. And the list continues to go on. This man has a history, allegedly, of not paying the artists, not taking care of them, not doing what's right. We all heard about the bad boy curse, And, Keefe D is just calling it out. He's just being honest about it. He's just being honest about what happened.
Damn. You just leave bad tastes in everybody's mouth, man. Come on, homie. Damn. You forgot where you come from. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm like some shit on the grass and shit, nigga.
He's telling the truth here. Because Diddy looks at a lot of these dudes as lesser than. He does. He looks at a lot of these dudes as lesser than. If you're not making money for Diddy currently, you are looked at as lesser than. Look at how he pimped out Mace. Mace had to run to the church. He had to run to the Lord. He had to run the Creflo Dollar for Diddy to say, I'll let you out of the deal. Look at Craig Mack. Craig Mack had to run to a cult in the middle of nowhere to get away from this dude. Loon. He had to become a Muslim. Sean became a Hasidic Jew to get away from Diddy. You have to ask yourself, what is going on with Diddy? Allegedly. Shout out to Reese. What is going on with Diddy? Let's continue.
I was in fucking jail, nigga. You ain't throw a nigga a noodle. Fucking, what you call that shit? Them, you put the hot water on, man. God damn. Yeah.
He should have been selling them damn shirts, man. I don't know why he wasn't selling them damn shirts before he went to jail, man. He could have ran up a couple thousand with them damn shirts, man, because that was his slogan.
Life ain't been the same, bro. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to backtrack.
What?
So I want to backtrack. You said that you was on top of the world until you met Puffy. What you mean by that?
Man, shit, I was getting 300 kilos a month, man. Balling, man.
He's still snitching.
Oh, didn't nobody know about me.
But he has a valid point. He's pretty much letting it be known before he met Diddy. He was pretty much doing good. You know, in the drug world, he was getting that money. You know, he was running up a few M's. He was doing well. But, you know, ever since, you know, dealing with Diddy, you know, it kind of messed up his life. It kind of, you know, messed up his whole flow, if you will. And, you know, you got to feel for him. You got to, you know, understand that, you know, Diddy, and let's be honest, when it comes to Diddy, he gave a lot of people an opportunity to win. But they all have the same story. This man came into my life. He gave me an opportunity. He took advantage of me. And now I don't mess with him no more. Is Keefe D just another person reporting on it? Let me know about it. Something to think about.
My shit was smooth, dude. My shit was laid out smooth, man. I met your motherfucking ass, and all the heat and thunder coming around with your motherfucking ass, man. Shit.
At least he let it. He letting it be known. He's letting it be known.
Don't be throwing. Damn, man. Don't leave bad taste in everybody's fucking mouth, dude. Just like when I was in the family, you know what I'm saying? You ain't none of you, you know. You wasn't buying them bottles. You niggas was drinking moonshine. This how y'all do it? Man, let me show you how Cali niggas do it, man.
This is what she was talking about. All right,
man. I used to.
This is what you was talking about, Trenches. We talking about moonshine. Hold on.
Every time we met at them rooms at the concert night, I used to put 2 cases in the motherfucking bathtub and shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? You ain't none of you, you know. You wasn't buying them bottles. You niggas was drinking moonshine. This how y'all do it?
He is a liar. I think Keefe D is capping. I'm gonna be honest with you. New York dudes don't drink moonshine unless Diddy got some unless he got some Southern friends or cousins. New York. I've never met a New York dude that drinks moonshine. I think he's capping about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's capping about that. I've never met a New York dude that drinks moonshine. I got family that's from the South. They drink moonshine. They make it, actually. But in terms of like dudes from New York, they don't drink moonshine. I've never seen a New York dude whip out some moonshine. I think he's capping about that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Man, let me show you how Cali niggas do it, man. Come on, man. Shit ain't right, dude. And I get, once I get in the feds, I see you popping bottle. Poop, poop, poop. Nigga, you was popping moonshine at first. God damn. Homie, damn. There's ways around this, man. Come on, homie. Man, you got to do a better job, dude. I swear, homie. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's in here. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Let's continue.
I'm done, big dog.
I feel you, man. So you feel like Puffy owes you then?
I don't feel he owed me, but god damn. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Brother love, come show some love.
Yo, and you know, he's right. He's right, though. Show some love. Yo, Diddy is up $1 billion right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's up $1 billion. Why you couldn't send Keefe D a soup while he was in jail? Why you couldn't bless Keefe D with a new Dickie suit? Why you couldn't bless Keefe D with some new Chuck Taylors? Why you couldn't bless him? You didn't take care of your hitters. Allegedly. Shout out to Reese. But why you couldn't take care of Keefe D? Why? You over here wiring, allegedly, shout out to Reese, $1 million to Zip to give to Keefe D. Why you couldn't take care of the hitters that did the work for you? And I feel like Keefe D is just another disgruntled bad boy employee. He protected Diddy. He did what was necessary. He put the work in. He really helped him out on the West Coast, because let's be honest, Diddy didn't have any muscle on the West Coast. And he had to go to LA. Like I said, you have to, if you're in the music industry, you have to go to New York and you have to go to LA. There is no way around it. All the record labels are in New York. A lot of them are in LA. All the, Hollywood is in LA. A lot of business, the stock market is in New York. These are places you have to go. As a person that, that's in the music industry. A person that's a black entrepreneur that's trying to grow, that's trying to monopolize. You had to go to LA, you had to go to New York. So he needed a guy like Keefe D to put the arm around him and protect him, if you will. Let's continue.
That's all I can fucking say. Show some love, brother love. Shit. Brother, I'll be seeing you doing your little pretty dance and all that, man. Show some love, homie.
He's talking about the Diddy Bop. He's talking about the Diddy Bop.
You like that, brother love.
What are some of the things you used to do for Puffy back in the day? Go more into detail about that. What exactly did you do for Puffy?
He's gonna get into it. Let's get now. This is what we need to get into. We're gonna get into it. Let's get into it.
I gave him a pass through my town, man. Gave him a pass through my town.
Give him a pass.
Boosie be talking that shit. Remember, Boosie talked that shit. Mother, you got to check in, motherfucker. And I was one of the ones you had to check in with, man. Gave you a pass through my town. Make sure you
see. It goes back to what I said. Keefe D had to put the arm around him. Diddy wasn't. You think Diddy was rolling around LA with his chest poked out as a dude from Mount Vernon? He's not even from Harlem. Diddy is not even from Harlem. He's from Mount Vernon, New York. His father's from New York. His father's from Harlem. But Diddy's from Mount Vernon. Do you think he could have came out to Cali, Gangland, as Star says? Shout out to Star. You think he could have came out to Cali with his chest out? He needed a guy like Keefe D to put the arm around him. Southside Crip, drug lord, ready to lay down anything that tried to come through with the bad boy hate. Keefe D provided a service, and Diddy did him wrong.
You was unscarred. Make sure you know what I'm saying? You was straight. Biggie probably would still be here. You wouldn't have said the FBI was following us. You know what I'm saying? We all would have rolled out together. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, Trenches. He was hype to tell on himself. He couldn't wait to tell. And that's the thing with a lot of these old school gangsters. You seen it with A.R. Ab. I don't know if you know A.R. Ab. He's from Philly. You seen it with Casanova. You see it here with Keefe D. They love to tell on themselves. You know why? This is my theory on why I believe a lot of these old school gangsters or these guys who have been criminals their whole life. This is why I believe they love to tell on themselves. I believe because they felt like they kept it G for so long. I didn't tell on nobody. I kept it gangster. They feel like they can get on the internet, they can get on the Vlad TVs, they can get on the Art of Dialogues, they can get on any platform and start snitching because they've been holding it in for so long. And they just feel comfortable. I'm guessing they just feel so comfortable. It's almost like therapeutic. It's almost like therapy for them to sit on a couch and start spilling the beans. They feel good about themselves. You got to think, Keefe D is from the old school. He was banging back in the 80s and early 90s. He's not no young buckaroo, Cali gangster. He's from the old school. You have to ask yourself, what makes an old school gangster buckle at the knees and start talking on a couch? Because he's been holding it in. He's been holding it in for so long. And it's almost like therapy to sit down. You know what? You know, in therapy, what do they do? When you go to a therapist's office, what do? What's the first thing they do? Sit you on a couch and have you start talking. Sit you on a comfortable couch and you start talking about your life. You start talking about your feelings. You start talking about the things that you've been through. And that's what happened. He sat on a couch and it was almost like therapy for him. And if you look at any of these interviews, they always do a third interview. This was like his third interview with Art of Dialogue. We have to get into it.
Yeah. Mobbed out, you know, and it would have been shots fired. We'd have followed that car, everything, man. You tripped. Talking about the FBI following you, didn't want to be around us. I think that was a bad move, dude. You know what I'm saying? To me, yeah. But show some love, brother, love.
And just to make it clear, man, when Puffy,
but I kind of agree with him because it's almost like, you know, you had these dudes that put in the work for you. Keefe D, he's putting the work in for you on the street level. You got the guys on the label, the Black Robs, the G-Deps, the Maces, the Bigs, putting in the work for you in the recording booth. Show some love. Give them back their publishing. Put a couple $1,000 in Keefe D's pockets for protecting you on the streets. Brother Love wasn't showing love. Diddy wasn't showing love. He was using these dudes. Allegedly. Shout out to Reese.
came to LA, you used to give him protection, right? From the Southside Crips because he was scared of Suge Knight?
It speaks for itself, my brother. He was playing chess, and I guess we was playing checkers.
Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like this video. Let's get back.
So he was really scared of Suge Knight like that, yo?
That's what it looked. That's what it sounded like. Yeah.
Diddy was petrified of Suge Knight. He was petrified. He was shaking in his Sean John velour suit when it came to Suge Knight. He was petrified of the man. He heard about the stories of Suge Knight backhanding people, holding people over balconies like Vanilla Ice, open hand slapping people, body slamming people. Suge Knight is a linebacker. He used to play for the Los Angeles Rams or the Chargers or whatever Los Angeles team. He used to play in the NFL. He was a linebacker. He was a defensive back. Big boy. He didn't want a backhand slap from Sugar Bear. I call him Sugar Bear. Some people call him Suge Knight. I call him Sugar Bear. They used to call him Sugar Bear back in the day. He didn't want no smoke from Suge Knight. He was petrified of him. And you got to keep in mind, Suge Knight was running with the Mob Pirus. He's running with at least 30, 40 Mob Piru members. So he had to run to a dude like Keefe D. Who was Keefe D? Who was Keefe D? I'll tell you who Keefe D was, especially back then in the 90s. Keefe D was a Southside Crip. Not only was he a Southside Crip, he was a high-ranking Southside Crip. A money getter, a drug dealer. He was a shot caller. So he had to run to a dude like Keefe D for protection. He had to run because he couldn't run to the Mob Piru. Suge had it on lock. Suge had the Mob Pirus lit. He had that whole thing lit. So he had to run to a dude like Keefe D. Just for protection.
Yeah. Yeah. He had the music industry shook up. Yeah, he did.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to get into this and talk about this whole kerfluffle in regards to Keefe D. And it is my theory that Keefe D will be cooperating. I believe Keefe D, the bigger play at hand, the bigger thing at hand is Keefe D cooperating. He will be cooperating very soon. I think he will be cooperating. He has to cooperate. Sugar Bear, he said he ain't cooperating. He said he ain't cooperating on Keefe D. He said they used to play Pop Warner football together. I respect it. But it all seems fishy. It all seems wild. To me. Let me put my music back on. I want to talk a little bit. Get my talking on. Hold on. Get my talking on. I'm sipping a beer. That's why I'm a little on one today. I'm sipping a few beers today. I'm a little on one today. But Keefe D. And the thing about Keefe D, I think we have to stress this point in terms of Keefe D. Keefe D is a rat. He's already ratted. He's already cooperated. We just played the video where he's ratting on P. Diddy. He also took an agreement before the profit agreement. He also took an agreement where he would cooperate and talk about the things that he did, things that he was involved with in terms of his drug crimes. So he is a snitch already. So we have to realize that we're not talking about a guy who kept it gangster, who never cooperated, who never did this, who never did that. This is a snitch. He's already ratted. He's already bit the cheese. He's already linked up with Master Splinter and the Ninja Turtles. He's already did that. So we have to get off the notion that he won't be telling. He will be. If given the opportunity, if the Las Vegas Police Department say, listen, you're 60. You're an old fart. We're going to give you two choices. You could talk about Diddy, allegedly, shout out to Reese, or you could spend the rest of your life in jail. You make the choice. And I believe that's what they may have to hit him with that. They may have to talk to him about that. Is Diddy the bigger fish in this whole scheme? Does the Las Vegas PD ultimately have a bigger play at hand? Keefe D is 60 years old. He can't be the big fish in this whole kerfuffle. He can't be the big fish. He was an idiot for, going on these platforms and talking and giving information in terms of the crime. But if it's, he talked about it. If it is true and if it's founded, if they can find allegedly, shout out to Reese, that Diddy gave Zip $1 million for the hit on Tupac Shakur, they're going to go after the bigger fish, ladies and gentlemen. They will be having to call P. Diddy in. if that is true, if they can substantiate that claim, if they can find that claim out. Because I don't believe that a 60-year-old man dealing with ailments, dealing with, all types of medical issues, he's walking into court boat-legged. I'm sure he's dealing with some type of gout, some type of leg pain, bunions hurting. I'm sure the last place he wants to be is in a cold cell. Winter's right around the corner. You think this man wants to sit in the cell? 40 below. Feet, toes cold. Shivering. Grays in the beard getting grayer. Skin getting a little dimmer. Hands unmoisturized. Do you think that man wants to go out like that at 60 years old with grandchildren? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But those are just my thoughts. Those are just my thoughts. But I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight for the stream. I want to thank everybody for showing out. Shout out to Reese. Shout out to Trenches. Shout out to everybody who came in the stream, man. I just want to talk about this whole Keefe D trial kerfluffle. We will be reporting more on this. You guys have a good night, man. You guys have a good night, man. I see what you just said, Trenches. You sound like academics back in the Warren Chirac days. Hey, man, I respect academics, but I'm from the Star cloth. I'm from the Troy terrain. If you don't know who Star is, a legend, broadcaster from New York. Check out the Star Report, Troy terrain. I'm from his cloth. That's I'm from his cloth, man. But I respect though. I respect academics though. I respect them. But thank y'all for joining me. Tune in for another stream, man. I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a good night, man. God bless. I'm out of here.